Hey there, Libra. Welcome to your reading for the week of, or no, this is your May monthly reading for May 2021, Libra. We are going to jump right in here. We're going to take a look at your current general energies in your first row. In your second row, we're going to look at any messages from your future self. In your next row, we're going to look at anything unexpected. And in your last row, we are going to look at any messages from your guides. Apparently, I still have this deck upside down. So if you see me flipping cards, that's why, because the whole deck is upside down. I'm using the Tarot of the Mystical Moments. If you're wondering, it's this deck right here. So that's the deck I'm using. But at the end of this reading, I'm also going to pull 3 yes or no question cards, and I will be answering those all together as well if you don't have 3 questions. But on top of that, make sure to watch your sun, moon, and rising here, Libra, for a full picture of what is going on for you here, Libra. But Libra, let's see here. Everybody is all mixed up. We'll have to fix that later. But Libra, let's see. You start off with the Swan Spirit. It says time for a deep dive. So I feel you are kind of investigating something here in your first row. You're waiting for answers, waiting for enlightenment here with the Hangman. So it's kind of like this waiting, a little bit of a waiting energy that I'm getting here. I get like a very dreamy type of kind of energy here in your reading as well, where it's kind of like you're dreaming of something or hoping that a choice is made for you. That's kind of like the words that I'm getting here, Libra, is that there could be a choice that you're hoping is made for you almost. It could be something where it's like you're hoping that someone can, do something for you or make a decision for you or something like that. So I kind of like get that energy here in your reading for some of you. The Swan Spirit is kind of like a card of needing to, again, dive into something, and it does say time for a deep dive. We're gonna have to kind of look at what you're diving into here. You have this turn knowledge into wisdom. This card to me can say that you have like a lot more to offer than you realize. So I would definitely, that's something that you should know, is that you have a lot more to offer than you realize. And that could be important. You have the Four Wands, the Chariot, and the Hangman. There's a change that you want to make, and you're hesitating with the Hangman. The Hangman is like waiting for enlightenment, waiting for more answers when you have all the answers that you need. Normally, the Hangman, his head is normally glowing on this card, and it kind of represents enlightenment, but it also says he has all the answers he needs. He knows everything he needs to know to get started. But you have the Four Wands. The Four Wands is a card of celebration and happiness. On a traditional Four Wands, there are people celebrating on the other side of the four Wands, and it's like you're on this side. So the card can say that you're kind of like waiting to have a victory with the Chariot card here, and the Chariot can represent external circumstances. It's almost like you feel that things are holding you back. I almost feel like you feel that the universe is preventing things from happening, but I don't really feel like it's true. The Four Wands is definitely saying that something needs to change, Libra. I feel that there needs to be a change. You need to go through a change. Again, the Four Wands is a really good card, but to me, it's a card that represents 11-11, right? There's normally 2 wands here, 2 wands here, like 11-11. So it kind of represents divine timing. And it's also a card that can represent like a pause, It's like if you have ever seen a pause symbol, right? It's like 11, it looks like the 2 dashes or whatever you call that, right? On a when you're like watching a video or something like that. So I do feel this like paused feeling here. And I really don't need to clarify to know why you feel a pause, because the Chariot is a very good card, but there's normally 2 Sphinxes on the Chariot. And the Chariot represents control, but those 2 Sphinxes that are on the Chariot represent external circumstances. Things in your life that could be holding you back, or things in your life that you feel like are preventing you from moving forward. So for a lot of you, and by the way, on the Chariot, the things that are usually holding you back are like government, the rules, regulations, all sorts of things, like everything that we're dealing with right now, right? There are a lot of rules right now. There are a lot of regulations. The Chariot says, yeah, there are rules, regulations, there are things you have to deal with, but the Chariot says, do not let that stop you. The chariot rider is normally riding away from a city on the chariot card, and it kind of says like still need to be successful regardless of what's going on in the world, right? So let's see how we can make this happen here, Libra, and how you can kind of overcome this. Ace of Swords, victory coming in for you here. I feel like you need to tell yourself the truth here, Libra. And the truth that you're telling yourself is what you really want to do in your life. I feel like, I don't know, I feel like the universe is very much like no BS right now. It's like the universe is saying that if we want something, the universe is like, okay, go for it and make it happen. Don't stop, right? And that's like the energy that I get here with the Ace of Swords. You have the Nine of Cups, a wish or wish fulfillment coming in for you. And the Ace of Pentacles, love it. Two aces. Two aces is a definite yes. Two aces is also, a very significant new beginning coming into your life. So I do feel like there is a new beginning coming in for you here, or it's like you're about to start something new. I would make a wish here in this first row. This is going in a very interesting direction, is what I would say to you. Even the Ace of Swords, as far as being on pause is concerned, the Ace of Swords is a card of victories, and the Ace of Swords, the sword is always above the mountains on the Ace of Swords here, Libra. You have the Ace of Swords over here as well. In your, this is the row of the unexpected, and it's almost like you are admitting that you want to do something with your life. For some of you, it's like you could be admitting that you want a family. For others, you could be admitting that you want to have a certain career or start a certain business. It's like you're admitting something to yourself. And because of that, I feel that is ultimately what is setting you free. The Four of Wands can be a card of being put on pause, like I said, but it is also the card of freedom in the deck. So we're off to a good start here, Libra. I can already tell where this is going. In the next row here for any messages from your future self, you have this solitude card. I do feel taking time to be alone, to be on your own, would be good for you. You have the Queen of Cups, and Queen of Cups is like an energy of self-nurturing or, taking care of yourself, doing things for yourself, being nice to yourself, all that other stuff. So I would definitely do that. Anything that you can do for self-care, I think would be a good idea with that Queen of Cups, because Queen of Cups, if there was a card of self-care, it would kind of be the Queen of Cups, and maybe the Empress as well. But I feel that anything you can do to do that would be a good idea. You have the Queen of Cups, the Three of Pentacles, and the Eight of Pentacles here. The words that are popping into my head on this entire row here are keep working. Here, this is gonna sound weird here, Libra, but it's almost like you're working in an environment that you're not used to, is what I'm getting here. It's like I see this Queen of Cups is underwater, but you don't belong underwater, right, Libra? So I feel that you're doing work in an environment where you feel like you don't belong. This work could literally be in work or business. This could be work that you're doing in a relationship, or maybe you're looking for love and you're entering into an environment that you're not used to. So it's kind of like you're entering into this environment, or you're entering into an area where you feel like you don't belong here, and it's almost like you're underwater here is what I see. And it's like, humans, we can't really breathe underwater, but it's like your future self here is saying that something is allowing you to survive in this environment that you're not used to. Very strange messages that I'm getting for you. This is like a crazy reading, Libra. I like it because I feel like this is going in a good direction. Here's the thing, is that I feel like a lot, if this message is resonating with you, I feel like you've been, in this environment that you're not supposed to be in. It's almost like you're an alien, right? It's like you're living on the moon right now, Libra, and it's like, or you're living underwater, and where the fish live. And I feel that it's like you're coming up to the surface in the future. For some of you, I feel like you're going to stay underwater. For others, I feel like you're coming up to the surface. Either way, I feel like this is improving the quality of your work. It's almost like, there's this theory out there where if you constantly stretch yourself just like a little bit longer, a little bit more, and like with exercise or with, pretty much anything, it makes things like a lot easier, right? If you've ever kind of, there's a theory in learning as well, where if you're learning anything, it doesn't matter, that you should try to learn like the hardest thing first, because then it makes the earlier stuff easier, even if you don't understand the hardest stuff first, right? And like that's popping into my head. It's almost like you're going through something right now where it seems like you're kind of struggling. It's almost like you're in quicksand, right? You're just like you're like trying to swim, but you're not like really moving here, Libra. So very weird message, but I like it because I feel like what this is saying is that because you have entered into this area of like stress, that when you come out of it, it's like things are going to be so easy, it's like not even funny. So weird, but I like it. Yeah, Five of Pentacles, definitely feeling like you don't belong. The that was the King of Swords that I just threw there, and the Two of Cups. We'll double clarify. And the Six of Wands. Yeah, all the work that you're doing right now is going to be leading to major future success, is what this is saying. The King of Swords here would have been right here on the Three of Pentacles. King of Swords is a card of gaining mastery. So, like I said, it's almost like you're gaining mastery over something. If you've been through difficulties in relationships, I feel like this period of time where you've been living under the ocean, under the water, this period of time has strengthened your muscles. It's like it's built up your relationship muscles. Same thing in like work or business or any other area of your life. It's like you've been forced to be resourceful, maybe. It's like when you have money, you're going to be like, mentally jacked as far as finances are concerned, because it's like strengthened your money muscles, whatever you've been going through here. So it's like when you have money, it's like you're going to be a lot better with money because you experienced, whatever you have experienced. Weird, but I like it. So there you go. Next, in the area of the unexpected, you have this never-ending story card. I feel like you could set yourself free from a never-ending story. You have the Eight of Swords, the Ace of Swords, and the Strength card in this row. Eight of Swords definitely is a card of self-imposed restriction, needing to set yourself free. It basically says you don't need to be stuck any longer. So I would set yourself free here, Libra, for sure. You have the Eight of Swords, the Ace of Swords, and the Strength card here. Like I said, I feel you could be setting yourself free from all of this here. The Strength card is pretty much everything I described here. She has her hands in a lion's mouth always on the Strength card, and I always say, who in their right mind would stick their hands in a lion's mouth? The answer is nobody. So I feel for a lot of you, it's kind of like you have been doing things that have been increasing your strength. Even the Ace of Swords. You have the Ace of Swords twice. The Ace of Swords is a card of fortitude. It's a card of building strength. And the Eight of Swords, like, look, the top of the cage here is open. So you need to set yourself free. And I feel like what is unexpected, maybe it's not really unexpected, but what is unexpected is that a truth is coming out. This is your own inner truth that you're revealing. And by doing that, it's going to set you free. Very clear story. It's going to make you look very strong as well. I like the Strength card for about like the last year, or like maybe like 2 years. I have been looking at the Strength card as a display of strength. It's like you doing something that makes you appear to be strong to other people. It's not like a fake appearance. This is a real appearance. You really are as strong as you appear to be, if that makes sense. But it's like, it's kind of like a card of a display of strength. So I feel like you've definitely been going through whatever this under the water type of feeling is here, Libra. Let's clarify through here. You have the Devil. Yeah, I feel like you need to set yourself free from something that is toxic. Eight of Swords with the Devil is definitely needing to kind of remove yourself from anything that's been holding you back. You have the Knight of Swords here. Yeah, like I said, this truth is rushing out of you, So for some of you, it's like maybe you're admitting that you don't want a career, that you want to start a business. Or maybe you're admitting that you don't want to be with a certain person, you want to find a true love. Or maybe you're admitting you want love, right? It's like you're admitting something to yourself here. Yeah, Page of Swords. I feel like this is going to lead to more excitement, really, and maybe that's what's unexpected. The Page of Swords is a card of curiosity, but I'm kind of getting the word more like excitement is popping into my head here. So I feel like something is going to be very exciting to you, like an exciting new beginning or starting something new, like a new business, new job. And it's like something where you can more explore, or something where you can experience new things. So I feel like you're like experiencing a lot with that Page of Swords energy, and you're having new experiences, kind of like exploring. So interesting energy here, Libra. In your last row here for any messages from your guides, you have the Fork in the Road card. So you have a choice to make. Your guides are guiding you towards something new, basically. It's very clear what your guides are guiding you towards. They're guiding you towards a new path because we have the Seven of Pentacles, the Two of Swords, and the Ten of Pentacles. This basically says you're at a crossroads. You're trying to make a decision. The Two of Swords is about needing to move on to new lands, and we'll talk about that in a minute. But Seven of Pentacles, really good card. I personally like the Seven of Pentacles, but the Seven of Pentacles is normally the guy who is looking at the Seven Pentacles and he's saying, is it worth it? Was it worth all the work I put in to grow these Seven Pentacles, or is there something better? So I feel a lot of you intuitively are looking for something different. You're looking for something better. You're looking for something that can provide more growth in your life, more expansion. And yeah, I feel like, Seven of Pentacles, there is this element of kind of mastery with the Seven of Pentacles because, again, he's grown those Seven Pentacles. He's kind of like saying that he is maybe bored of what he's been working on already because it's like grown to its fullest potential, right? And the next card is the Eight of Pentacles, which you have right here. And Eight of Pentacles is like having your harvest. So just intuitively, I feel that for a lot of you, this is like saying that you're about to kind of like have a harvest, but at the same time, I feel like your guides are guiding you towards a change. The Two of Swords, again, normally is a lady who's sitting on a bench and she's crossing two swords over her heart, and she also has a blindfold on, but there's new land behind her. Your guides are encouraging you to go to new lands. If you're wondering what is over there on those new lands, Ten of Pentacles, everything you have ever wanted in your life. So Ten of Pentacles is normally kind of like the tree of life, and it just represents everything that you desire to have in your life. But I feel for some of you, you're going to have to go on this journey. You're going to have to go on this kind of like path to get all these things that you desire to have in your life. And I feel like you need to, move towards the Ten of Pentacles. So your guides are really encouraging you to pick a new path. I feel for some of you, this is, I've definitely overcomplicated this reading because to me this is a resistance reading, with especially over here with feeling, my first intuitive gut instinct on that Four of Wands was pause, and like you're on pause, something is holding you back, but it's like I feel like you've been experiencing like resistance in the same areas of your life. So it's like if you're trying to get a job, I feel like there's like it's like wherever you're trying to get a job, there's like a lot of resistance. If you've been trying to get into a relationship, same thing. Because I feel like this is saying here, it's like your guides are saying that the resistance is because there's like bigger and better things somewhere else. And really, that's very exciting, is what I'd say to you here, Libra. I feel like there's a lot of excitement because there's like more growth somewhere else in your life. Now, you have the Page of Wands here, definitely needing to go on an adventure. The Death card, major transformation. Again, you're walking towards the sun. The two pillars from the moon show up on the back of the Death card, and the sun is coming up between those two pillars. You're leaving behind this period of fear. Yeah, Knight of Pentacles, working towards new things. Pretty simple reading, Libra. In a lot of ways, I feel, like I said, you're moving away from resistance. You're just moving towards bigger and better things in your life in general. For those of you who are looking for love, by the way, again, the monthly readings this month have been more big picture readings. I feel just intuitively, they're not really focusing on, like one thing or the other. I feel for you, again, it's very simple. If you're experiencing resistance in getting with a specific person, go towards a different person, or try to find something else, because this is just saying there's something better coming in for you. In all areas of your life, if you're experiencing different resistance, very simple reading, like I said, there is something where you won't experience resistance. There is something that's much better for you. It's like you're ending this cycle of being stuck, in a lot of ways. For a lot of you, I feel, again, in this row, I'm very focused on this row here, where I was saying it's almost like you're living underwater. You could take that to mean that you're kind of living under your emotions, but I really feel like it has nothing to do with emotions. I feel like it has to do with more like you're in this environment, in like a new environment. I feel like stretching yourself is what you need to do at this time, Libra. But we're gonna pull 3 yes or no question cards now, Libra. 1, 2, and 3. Feel free to pause this video if you need time to think of your questions. I will be putting them all together as well at the end if you don't have a question. But for question number 1, I would say yes, King of Wands. I feel like this is a lot coming in for you, and it could definitely be a fire sign for sure. For question number 2, I would say no, I feel like you need to let go of something and move on to something new with the 4 of Pentacles. Or did I say 4 of Wands? I meant to say 4 of Pentacles. Something is keeping you stuck, so I'd keep pushing forward here. And for question number 3, I would say yes, 3 of Cups, major celebration coming in for you here. Putting this all together here, Libra, I feel that this is saying that there's like a new beginning coming in for you with that King of Wands. I feel that you're like becoming the leader almost with that 3 of Cups. Some of you are taking the lead in your life. I get this feeling of people over here that are there in your life to support you. So I'd make sure to surround yourself with people who support you. I'd be careful of people who try to limit you and all that other stuff. That doesn't mean, again, I always tell people, it's like you don't have to totally cut people out of your life, right? Unless they're completely toxic, right? But if people are just trying to help you, and sometimes I think people, they kind of say things to us that might be limiting, right? And they're not doing it because they're being a jerk. They're doing it because they think they're helping us or protecting us in some way. And the best advice I could give you on these 3 cards, what's popping into my head, is if you're doing something and the person giving you advice has never done that thing that you're about to do, don't listen to them, right? It's like, I've had my own business since I was like 16 years old, right? And basically, I constantly would have people who had never had a business in their entire life telling me all about my business and what I need to do and all this other stuff. Did I listen to those people? Hell freaking no, because it's like they have no clue what they're talking about, right? If I listened to half those people, I wouldn't be doing what I'm doing today. So, that's what I'd say there. Don't listen to people who have no clue what they're talking about, plain and simple. This is an interesting reading, very, very weird, but good. So thank you for being here, Libra. I really appreciate it. Make sure to watch your sun, moon, and rising for a full picture of what's going on for you at this time. Also, feel free to like and subscribe. Really appreciate the support. But thank you, Libra, and definitely enjoy your May.